Okay, so I have a 12-volt battery and I receive my solar power inverter. So we are going to run a test on this battery, this 12 volts battery. And we need to connect positive. So we need to connect the positive here. We need to connect the positive here. And we are going to connect the negative right here, and you want to put this shine thing at the end here. Okay guys, so we are going to connect the wires to the battery, and we need to do this correctly. Yeah, we need to do this correctly. So we need to look for the positive and the negative, which this one is the positive here and the negative here. So what we can do, we can go ahead and we can clamp this on right here. Yeah, here we are. So here we are. So we have these on. Okay guys, so we have the positive by the positive and the negative by the negative, and you have to ensure that you do this thing correctly or you will just fry your inverter system. Yeah, so this is the inverter hooked up right here, and we are gonna test. So we are getting power. Okay, so guys, what I'm gonna talk about the method in hooking up your solar panel system. You can do this by using the inverter by the load here. As you can see, this is the port for the panel, the negative and the positive and negative for the battery, and positive and negative for the load, which can be the inverter. Yeah, would you rather use your inverter like this, or would you rather using your inverter with the cables hooked up to your solar charge controller? I just want to let you know the best way of doing this is to hook up your inverter to your solar charge controller. The reason for this is because when the battery reach 15%, this will alert me that the battery is low and it will stop discharging the battery. Using this method, there's no detection when the battery is low, and we are going to drain the battery completely until it is dead. And when it is dead, we are killing the battery cells. We'll have to replace our battery in a year or a year and a half and so forth. But if we use it with the solar charge controller, providing you have the load here, this will protect our battery and our battery will last a very long time. Yeah, and this is only 30 amps, and if we want to power a system more than 30 amps, in which we can use this same 30 amps solar charge controller, and we have a battery bank of 7 batteries. Yeah, we can hook them up like this for a much larger output. We can have a 2000 watt inverter, but yeah, it is gonna kill our battery cell, and we will need to replace our battery very often. So I just recommend that The best way of using the inverter is to hook it up to your solar charge controller. And if your solar charge controller is 30 amps, I considering you upgrading your amps to 60, 80 or 150 or 200 amps. Yeah, so I'm just putting this one out there. Also, like this cable, I can use this inverter in a vehicle. But what I'm gonna do, I'm going to hook up the wires at the back, and I'm gonna cut the wires, and I'm gonna hook them into my inverter. I'm gonna cut the wires and I'm gonna hook them up into the load here, and I'm gonna use my inverter from the solar charge controller, and as my solar panel charge the battery, I'll be using through the solar charge controller for the safety of my batteries and for my batteries to last a long time. Yeah, so this is another vital information that I'm putting to you guys out there, letting you guys know a little tip onto a long lasting battery life. Yeah, so what I want you to do, I want you to subscribe to my channel and look for the next video update. I'm gonna power some units on this 500-watt inverter. So yeah, you will see the link in the video description, so you can go and click the next video to see what devices I'll be powering from this system.